Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show on not just another channel, Camnet TV. I'm your host. My name is Precious Mzea Sakaleji, and I am joined by Sharon Kalimbula today.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Why are you trying to be composed?
I'm trying to be a little better than I am all the time, because you guys always say I make noise. So at least this time around, I'm trying to act normal as expected.
How are you?
I'm all right, thanks. How are you?
I'm all right. How was your week? Work?
Perfect.
Family?
Why not family?
Family
was good.
Oh yeah, good to have you on set today.
Thank you.
Yeah, so for those of you that would love to get interactive with us, we have a whole lot of stuff fully packed for you. You can come in with your contributions and suggestions, and also you can catch us on Facebook, that's Camnet TV, and even follow us on Instagram at Camnet TV Africa. A whole lot of things have happened in the course of
the week. Yes, indeed, we've had a number of things. You know, yes, I make a lot of noise, but I'm on the formal side. So when you ask me these questions, I begin to just go in that zone of being formal and stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, we've had quite a number of things happening, and we will be talking about them as the show unfolds. And we have three important interviews that obviously you and I would want to get enlightened on a number of issues. And it's quite enlightening, and expect each and every person there who's watching us from wherever, maybe Facebook, on TV, to just get interactive via the numbers that are scrolling on your screens, and we'll give you some of the numbers that you can get interactive with us.
Yes, of course. Now, in case you've just joined us, you haven't missed much. We are just getting started on the Rise and Thrive. Like we always do when we start the breakfast show, we get to allow you to work out for just 5 minutes. Okay, do that morning boost. Make sure that you stretch your muscles so that you are energetic and your immune is boosted.
Yes, I'm warming up right now.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So we'll get into our morning boost, and then we'll continue with the conversation on the other side. Stay tuned. Good morning.
Warming up.
It's a beautiful morning, and I welcome you to Morning Boost. I'm so glad that you've tuned in and hope you had a great night. So let's do some workouts this morning, and we're going to have a great time. So we're going to start with a warm-up, and then make some aerobics movements for today. Okay, ready? Let's go. A beautiful morning to everybody, and welcome to Morning Boost. Let's go. Go. And the V step now. Let's go. Last V step. Back to step touch. V step. Let's go. Let's go. And march in. And 4, 3, 2, step touch, go. Bring in your hands now. Let's go. Let's go. Just a quick workout in the morning. Not a full-fledged workout, no. Keep going. And 4, 3, 2, hamstring, go. Four, 3, 2, step touch. 4, 3, 2, and hamstring. And 4, 3, 2, step touch. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Keep going. Stay at it. Go. Easy basic workouts for the morning. And matching. Skip, jump now. Go. Let's go. Skip. Try this. Even if you feel heavy in your body, you can do this. Let's go. There's always a first time. You may struggle, but it's doable. Let's go. And 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Change now. Let's go. Very easy for a morning workout. Lift your knee very high. Go. Let's go. Stay at it. Stay at it. We're going to bring in a kick now from a knee high to a kick. Go. Go. Let's go. Let there be a blood circulation on your legs so that you don't have that numbness you feel at times. Kick. 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 Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Straight kicks now. Go. Straight kicks. Go in the sides. Okay. Keep going. Almost done with our 5 minutes workout. Knee high. Try this every morning. It's going to do wonders to your body. Let's go. We're almost there. All right, team. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. This is Isaac Matza, your presenter. I'm going to see you next time at the same time. And have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.
Welcome back. It's always the sign out move for me.
Oh yeah?
Like when he's signing out, it's either he does this or he does some, there's just some unique way.
Is it?
Yeah, when he's done. Like, I'm out.
I didn't pay attention. I think I took more interest in the workout, you know.
Yeah, she was actually working out on set. Like, okay. But anyways, if you've just joined us, you haven't missed much. We will be talking about quite a number of things, and guests will be coming to you later on the show. Something that you need to look forward to is Patrick Mcheleka's case being discontinued.
Yes, indeed. As you may be aware, he was accused of aggravated robbery. I think it was during the time that there was a mobile issuance of national registration cards, and apparently they were accused of destroying property belonging to government, that is the printer and stuff. But then yes, during this week we saw the case being discontinued, obviously due to one or two reasons, according to the legal teams. Yes, of course, and also not forgetting the borrowing of money. Statement came through from Bank of Zambia that has gone up by 5% from 8%. By 0.5%. 0.5%. That credential that caused 5 basis points. Yeah, financial languages. You know. And also not forgetting, ECZ has started doing online verification of the voters' details. So if you did your voter registration and you have your NRC, confirm your details. Can confirm. If they didn't send you a text, I think you should wait for one, or you can just go on and check out. I think it's 2:15. Check on their platform, and then you will be able to check check for the details. Obviously, this is a very important exercise in the build up to the 2021 general election slated for August 12th, as the calendar states for the election. So you have to ensure that you check your details before that date and within the stipulated time, obviously, because if your details are amiss somewhere, you will not be allowed to vote, and you will have wasted a lot of time being on the queue registering. I remember we talked about this some time back. People would stay for on the queue for like the whole day, and then you come and realize that maybe your Kalimbola is Kalembola, and then you don't vote. So really, I have to verify my details because I'm so keen for this exercise.
I'm yet to. I wanted to do it on my way home after work yesterday, but then I realized there's a part they ask for your voter.
Yes, I think that's one thing has been a hindrance for me. I've been trying to check, but then I don't remember my number. Yes, so
if you have the time,
take interest and check for the details. It's important.
Yes, of course. And also, what other thing do we have in current affairs?
So, in current affairs, one of the things that really got to me yesterday, Zambia Information Communications Technology sector has awarded a Zambian company a contract, or a license rather, to be the 4th mobile operator. But competition, yes. But what really got to me is the B. This company is Beeline, Beeline Telecoms.
Beeline
As
Telecoms.
a country, we've been talking about honeybee. So
that do we
want to be associated with the word bee?
Honeybee.
Oh my
God. And also not forgetting the Honeybee pharmaceutical. They said they gave a pharmaceutical license to
Honeybee Pharmacy Limited, and not the confusion though. So, however, the B, for me, my concern is the B. The B word, the B-double-E. Because of what is your take on that?
I'm excited. I'm excited considering the fact that we have other options, and I'm not really sure on how the response is going to be from the public now that we have a 4th network provider. But I'm just wishing him all the best. I'll get one just for curiosity's sake.
So they've been given 6 months by the Information Communications Technology sector in which to start operations. If at all they see they are not managing, but the reasons brought across are valid, then they'll give them at least more time. You may be aware that the other year, I think not last year though, the other year that given Uzi as the 4th mobile operator, but then it couldn't materialize. So obviously that's why they've given them a time frame to say you need to work within this period.
If you can't
we hope that they give us better services. According to Zicta, it's about improving competition, increasing competition, and maybe it will ensure that other mobile companies improve on service delivery. They've been fined every year. These 3 mobile companies, they get to be fined. Yes, so we hope that with the coming of this, maybe the space will be improved. Otherwise, some of these networks, oh my God, they data services.
We're not going there. But anyway. If you want to contribute suggestions, and all the number that you're calling us on is 0968675273. You can also comment on Facebook, and then we can get interactive. Right now, we get into our first interview for the day, and then we continue with the details in current affairs, and then the other interviews will come through later. So for now, we'll just take a quick short break, and we'll continue with the conversation on the other side.
This is Camnet TV World News. For a prompt response, call +2609 53 995 099 or +2609 62 444 726 or +2609 711 77467. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
2021 is finally here. Zambia is at the crossroads heading towards general elections this August. In the world where fake news, biased reporting on national issues has become the order of the day, in a world where social media in most cases spills lies and exaggerated information, insightful coverage, Zambia needs one media. Living in a country where people are slowly promoting tribalism, hatred, bitterness and revenge, political temperature is heating up and people's hearts are perplexed. Zambia needs one media. Zambia being a Christian nation living under the lordship of Jesus Christ, the nation cannot afford a compromised gospel. Zambia needs a prophetic media house. For hope, peace and unity, Zambia needs Camnet television. For non-biased, factual reporting, balanced opinion, accurate news coverage, Zambia needs Camnet television. For national projects and development of our beloved country Zambia, watch Camnet TV on channel 274 DSTV, channel 98 on Go TV and channel 106 on Topstar. Remember, Camnet TV is not just another channel.
Welcome back. This is the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show, and right on set we have the Zambia Federation of Disability Organizations. Two members who are going to help us understand more about what is happening, especially in the electoral process with regards to persons living with disability. I'm sure you are aware President Edgar Lungu last week, when he was addressing the nation on issues to do with national values and principles, he had mentioned that his government is keen on making sure that everybody is included in the developmental aspirations of this country, and that includes persons with disability. And this is where these two gentlemen and lady are coming from, representing these people. On the far left there, I have Mr. Mishek Mutamba, who is Zafford Programs and Advocacy Manager, as well as Rexina Kamutande, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, member of the Technical Committee on Elections. Welcome to this quick interview.
Thank you.
This is Camnet TV.
Thank you so much.
Not just another channel. Yeah. Be comfortable. I know it's COVID season and you've got a lot of things that you are worried about. Obviously, you are in your mask and I'm giving you a meter, which is okay.
Yeah, so we
which
can
is
stay
okay.
Safe. Yeah, we can stay safe. Yeah.
So to start this interview, I mentioned over the president. What is your quick reaction to what the president said? Is there political will with regards to including persons with disability in the development aspirations of this country, Mr. Mutanda?
Yes, there's no doubt that there is political will, because Zambia as a country is a signatory to the UNCRPD, United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. But Zambia went further and actually developed a backup, legal document which is called the Disability Act of 2012. Yeah, when you read through it, actually, it's very inspiring. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if the provisions of these legal documents were to be actualized, actually persons with disabilities would hardly feel they have the disabilities, because we believe disabilities are felt in society, in the environment, not in the body. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when you deal with the environment, basically you have as good as removed the disabilities. So to answer your question, there's no doubt that there's political will, but the political will does not go so much into the implementation. Okay. So what we are grappling with as a country is implementing the provisions of all these global and local legal documents.
What should be done to ensure that we improve on these things? Because obviously we've been talking about these things for quite a long time. Yeah. And advocacy never ends. It's an ongoing thing. Mm. Is there improvement from the time that you started the advocacy programs? Yeah,
there is improvement. But as Zafford, I think we want also to revise our approach or our strategy. Yeah, because like when you talk on television like this, you are basically addressing the nation. But you are thinking at the back of your mind, are the implementers watching? Are the decision makers listening? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you are talking about the president making an affirmative action, or the members of parliament passing certain statutory instruments to actualize implementation, are they listening? Mm-hmm. So we are thinking that other than just speaking on media, we need to engage, key stakeholders when we are seated at the table, from there we see action happening. Yeah, for example, you may be aware that Zafford sued the Electoral Commission of Zambia in 2011 in the High Court of Zambia and won the case. And the ECZ was instructed by the High Court to make provisions to make the electoral platform even, so that persons with disabilities can freely exercise their electoral right without being assisted. Yeah, and so for us, that's a practical step into actualizing implementation of the legal provisions. Because then we are able to actually talk one-on-one with ECZ and tell them that, have you put the ramp in the polling stations? Have you put the braille jacket? So it has to be that practical rather than talk show. Yeah, so progress is being made, but implementation is still a bit slow.
All right, wherever you are watching us from, this is the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show, and right about now, we're having an interview with Zafford where we are talking about issues affecting persons living with disability. You can also contribute on this program by calling 0968-675273, or rather, if you're watching us on Facebook, you can send us a shout out, comment, or anything that you feel can help the organization go forward. 2021 has been described as a highly politically charged year, Rexina, and we are going to the polls in a few months. What's your view on that with regards to persons with disabilities?
Like my colleague has earlier stated, we have very beautiful laws that are trying to enhance, participation of persons with disabilities in the electoral processes, but implementation still remains a challenge, and that's the thing that we're fighting with. And we all understand that election year is very, very crucial, and it's even more crucial for persons with disabilities because there are quite a number of issues that hinder them from freely participating. Talk of political violence. These are things that we're seeing even now before we're even in the election month. So it becomes very difficult for a person with disabilities because it just hinders them from freely participating. So when we talk of the electoral process, and if we bring in the issue of inclusion, we have to make sure as a nation that the ground is free for everyone, persons with disabilities inclusive, because taking part in decision making is a right. Each and every person has the right to participate in decision making or in governing of a nation, be it through directly being elected as a leader or through participating in choosing leaders. So if we are to bring everyone together, we have to ensure that the ground is leveled for everyone. But as it is now, I think there's still a lot that needs to be done just to make sure that everyone participates in the 2021 general elections.
So one of the things that come out prominent, especially from these political figures, is that they don't adopt or they don't include persons with disability, probably because they have no education. There's this grade 12 thing, especially in political office. Like I mentioned, it's highly political, and obviously our discussion will center mostly on that because this is more like a build-up to the August 12th election. There is no education. The people are not willing to come forward. How then do you expect political parties to adopt these people as candidates?
So I think we've had engagement with a few political parties just to check what they have in their programming as political parties. Are their policies disability inclusive? Yes, there's that will. We don't mean if we say allow persons with disabilities to participate, they should not be willing. You can't just pick up on a person because they have a disability. Obviously, they need to have that will to stand in a position. They need to show that willingness to be a leader and all that. But then, it also takes political parties to bring these people in their programming, Education. So I should mention that disability is not inability. We have a lot of learned people among persons with disabilities, a lot of them. But then the issue also comes in when it comes to you and I will agree to say if you have to stand in a position or be part of a certain political party, even your pocket should be
heavy,
because you need to take in something.
Exactly.
So for persons with disabilities, that also is a challenge. Because some of them may not have as much finances as a person without a disability.
Yes.
So it takes political parties also to come up with policies that will allow these people participate at an equal basis with others without looking much at their financial muscle or anything like that.
Yeah. Actually, that's a very important question you asked. Let's go back to it.
Yeah.
Okay. No education for persons with disabilities.
Exactly.
Whose fault? It's society. We actually have to look within ourselves. Yeah, even as we call ourselves a Christian nation.
Yes.
Yeah, it is our fault. In fact, we have come up with a theory which we are calling systemic exclusion of persons with disabilities from public life. Okay, when are they excluded from public life? It's the day a person with a disability is born. In Zambia, if you have a child with a disability, it's considered by society as a curse from God. Okay, and so these children are not provided with human development services such as education, health, nutrition, okay, assistive devices, even social interaction and personal security. For us to sit here and articulate, it's because our parents cared to provide these human development services for us. That's how we can feel so educated and we can articulate issues. But if we were not, we are as good as dead. If you walk through towns in Zambia, you hardly see a person with a disability. But call for a meeting, you see a multitude. Most of them not educated. They are living at the mess of the so-called educated who hand them out, you know, in the street as beggars. Okay, so I think if I find a political leader who says they are not educated, I feel so annoyed towards them, because we should blame ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, Rexina said there are a few educated persons with abilities, but really, really few by ratio. Yeah, and so it's a mockery actually for us to say they should participate in this. They should participate. If you come to me and I'm not developed as a human being, and you tell me participate, come and be an MP, come and do this, it's really an insult. Yeah, because my chance is lost. Yeah, and so we are pushing for authorities, okay, to actually focus on the education of children with disabilities. Okay, only in convincing parents who have persons with disabilities that this is not a case from God. This is diversity in humanity. Okay, we are trying to overhaul the whole education system. There's no need for special schools. Yeah, children with disabilities should learn with children without disabilities, so that they grow together and see each other as partners in development. As diversity in humanity, and not having children with disabilities taken to a special school, like they are not human enough to be with the others. You see, what we say as Zafford is every human being is potentially a person with a disability. Because anything can happen from now. I get a disability. You mean you change the way you call me when I have a disability? I'm no longer Mishek Mtamba, I'm Chilema. That man with clutches. You have all sorts of derogatory names addressed at this. So this conversation actually is much, much deeper than just to say where are the persons with abilities to occupy leadership space. They have not been built the capabilities, okay, to occupy leadership space. So we need to build it from the root, rather than to address the symptoms. All right, so in case you're just joining us, we are in studio in conversation with Zafford. You can also call us on 0968-675273. Just now, we take a breather. Join me shortly for a few minutes with the guest as we continue with the interview.
Hello, have you heard about Msika? Do you know that you can advertise for as low as 150 kwacha for 30 seconds? Well, Msika is here. Advertise on Msika between 17 hours and 18 hours. Just tell us about the services that you offer and we'll gladly put you on the market. For more details, you can contact +260 953 995099. +260 962 444 726 or +260 971 177 467. Msika, allowing your business to grow. 2021 is finally here. Zambia is at the crossroads heading towards general elections this August. In the world where fake news, biased reporting on national issues has become the order of the day, in a world where social media in most cases spills lies and exaggerated information, insightful coverage, Zambia needs one media. Living in a country where people are slowly promoting tribalism, hatred, bitterness and revenge, political temperature is heating up and people's hearts are perplexed. Zambia needs one media. Zambia being a Christian nation living under the lordship of Jesus Christ, the nation cannot afford a compromised gospel. Zambia needs a prophetic media house. For hope, peace and unity, Zambia needs Camnet television. For non-biased, factual reporting, balanced opinion, accurate news coverage, Zambia needs Camnet television. For national projects and development of our beloved country Zambia, watch Camnet TV on channel 274 DSTV, channel 98 on Go TV and channel 106 on Topstar. Remember, Camnet TV is not just another channel.
Welcome back. We're still in conversation with Zafford, and just about now we are in the process of elections from now, like we mentioned earlier. There have been different processes. What are some of the barriers that you faced? Obviously, we covered quite a number of stories. I'm from the newsroom, by the way. We covered a lot of stories with regards to there's no this during the registration process. Now we've passed that stage. We are in the verification process. What are some of the 2, 3, 4 barriers, Mr. Mtambo?
Yes, I think I'll briefly take you back to what I said about the ECZ. Yes. So we've had engagement with ECZ to really try and achieve a lot more before the elections for persons with disabilities. One critical requirement or suggestion we gave to ECZ is that their register should reflect the type of disability. Okay. For ECZ is planning to know that at this polling station there will be a person with visual impairment, so they will need a braille jacket. At this polling station, there will be a person with a wheelchair, so there has to be a ramp at all costs. Or there will be need for proper lighting, or there will be need for a sign language interpreter. So that is what we have advised ECZ, that the register has filters. The officers who are registering shouldn't feel bad to ask me, Mr. Mtamba, what type of disability do you have? It's for planning purposes. Yeah. Okay, and then they should go further and also insert it into the voter's card. So all these things will enable ECZ to actualize the instructions that they received from the High Court. Yeah, and I think we'll be monitoring that throughout. But going to what Regina talked about in terms of participation. Yeah, we asked the ECZ, let persons with disabilities be part of the entire process. Okay.
Were you part of the process?
Partly, it wasn't much. We submitted names of persons with disabilities who are educated, who could have helped with any type of technical services, but they were not taken on by ECZ.
Are you at least impressed with that?
No, of course not. We were very disappointed. When we engaged this, is that they said because that process was being handled by, I don't know if it's councils, because they do not have presence in the districts. So we're trying to smoothen a lot of hurdles, to enable persons with disabilities to participate. Like Alexa mentioned earlier, I keep referring to her comments, where you are just voting. Yeah, you cannot be voted into office, and as long as you don't participate in the governance, you are
your voices will not be heard.
Exactly.
You're being represented by people that do not understand who you are.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is what we always call for also as women. Can we be there?
So Sharon, exactly, yeah.
What's wrong?
Why can't you guys let us just in?
Exactly. You can't talk for me while you don't understand what I'm going through.
So for persons with disabilities, by the way, they are the most marginalized group of citizens. And when we talk about persons with disabilities, Sharon, these are not strangers. These are our wives, husbands, fathers, mothers, schoolmates, workmates, people closer to our heart. But the way we behave as society is extremely pathetic. Yeah, where we treat them like they are half human. So much that I dread to have a disability tomorrow, because I will cease to be human. I will be treated differently. Even the name they will be calling me will be different. So it's a whole overhaul of society's perceptions, attitudes, and the physical environment. Yeah, to really make provisions.
Christina, you've been monitoring, being part of the technical group. What are some of the observations?
Firstly, let me start by stating that the Constitution, which is the supreme law of the land, under Article 21, guarantees each and every person the right to participate in decision making. It goes on under Article 45, which guarantees special interest groups like persons with disabilities, the women, the youth, etc., a fair participation in the electoral processes.
Yeah.
But looking at where we are now, so we did undertake a short monitoring in some of the registration centers, and with some polling stations, registration centers, it was a sorry sight.
Can imagine.
Starting from the registration officers themselves, the attitude was not welcoming. I understand they did a training of some sort on how to do this entire process, but when it came to handling issues of disabilities, nothing much was done. Because these are people who are not even asking whether a person has a disability or not. And not all disabilities are visible.
Exactly, so I wanted to say that.
Yes. So there are some people whose disabilities cannot show, and it is a duty of the officer to ask, is there any special disability that you have?
Yeah.
So they can capture it.
Yeah.
But we witnessed that was not being done. And some of them, if asked if at all they were trained, they did mention they were not trained on how to handle persons with disabilities. So then how do you capture a disability if you haven't even asked me? And it's not everyone. Information. And so when we talk of challenges that persons with disabilities face, it goes as far as accessing information. It's not easy for a person with a disability to access information as an ordinary person can. Because information in its own form is not even accessible. There are persons with visual impairments who cannot read certain types of writings like this one. They'll need braille. But that has not been provided. So then how do I even know that when I reach a registration center, I need to open up and state the type of disabilities that I have if the registration officer is not even asking me? So those were some of the gaps, but also the physical barriers to registration centers. Most centers had barriers to an extent where a wheelchair user cannot even access the registration center. So if we are to talk of inclusion, those are some of the issues that we are looking at. Registration centers should be free from barriers to allow wheelchair users drive in freely, do their registration and out. But I must state that in some of the registration centers, we did find registration officers who had disabilities. I think a few, 4, 5. Well, that was very impressive because then you feel you're part of the process. Yes.
Okay. So, in conclusion, I know the time is too short.
It is.
It's a great discussion, and I would want to go on and on and on. Obviously, we will call you again for another discussion, just a continuation. Are you seeing the electoral process being fair going forward? We have a few months. You've been calling for some of these things to be put in place. My concern particularly is that if there will not be braille jacket, how will they know that this is Sharon I'm voting for?
Exactly.
So really, are you seeing any hope in holding a fair election, especially towards the people that you represent? Briefly.
Yes, very briefly. Are we seeing hope? Yeah, hope is definitely there. In as much as we are saying we are a long way to go to reach the society that we desire to see. But surely we are on the way. Why are we saying that? For example, ECZ themselves have shown a lot of will towards engaging with us. One thing I can point out that there is a disability desk at ECZ with a focal point person stationed to attend to the organizations of persons with disabilities, and as therefore I think we are given a lot of space. So that is a very, very important step in the right direction. Also, the meeting we had, the virtual meeting we had last week was initiated by ECZ. Yeah, Zafford, come to the table. Okay, let's discuss what are we missing? What are the things that need to be done? That's very, very important, because if you are engaging the actual, stakeholder like ECZ, then you are on the right track.
All right, Rexina,
Sure.
under 1 minute.
I think we just recommend ECZ for the work that has been done so far, because they've showed willingness to implement the judgment in the famous Sarah Brotherton versus ECZ. They have tried, and they are still trying to put up some measures to ensure that persons with disabilities are included. So we ask that let them implement the judgment in the case aforementioned, to ensure that everyone is brought,
to speed.
on the scene.
All right.
Yeah.
That's where we leave it for this interview with Zafford, represented by Meshach Mutamba, who is Zafford Programs and Advocacy Manager, as well as Rexina Kamutende, member of the Technical Working Committee Group on Elections. We will continue with the conversations on the other side, obviously on our socials. You can still send in your contributions with regards to this very important topic. Thank you so much. Join us on the other side as we continue with more other interviews.
2021 is finally here. Zambia is at the crossroads heading towards general elections this August. In the world where fake news, biased reporting on national issues has become the order of the day, in a world where social media in most cases spills lies and exaggerated information, insightful coverage, Zambia needs one media. Living in a country where people are slowly promoting tribalism, hatred, bitterness and revenge, political temperature is heating up and people's hearts are perplexed. Zambia needs one media. Zambia being a Christian nation living under the lordship of Jesus Christ, the nation cannot afford a compromised gospel. Zambia needs a prophetic media house. For hope, peace and unity, Zambia needs Camnet television for non-biased, factual reporting, balanced opinion, accurate news coverage. Zambia needs Camnet television for national projects and development of our beloved country Zambia. Watch Camnet TV on channel 274 DSTV, channel 98 on Go TV, and channel 106 on Topstar. Remember, Camnet TV is not just another channel.
Have you heard about Msika? Do you know that you can advertise for as low as 150 kwacha for 30 seconds? Well, Msika is here. Advertise on Msika between 17 hours and 18 hours. Just tell us about the services that you offer and we'll gladly put you on the market. For more details, you can contact +260 953 995099. +260 962 444 726 or +260 971 177 467. Msika, allowing your business to grow.
This is Camnet TV World News. For a prompt response, call +260 953 995 099 or +260962 444 726 or +2609 711 77467. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
Joyce, bring my handbag.
Oh, we are back.
Wow, welcome back.
Caught unaware.
Yeah, caught unaware. We were just trying to get ready before we start on the show. This always happens. You're still watching the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show, and right now we're joined by one of a woman that's actually making a whole lot of noise in the city, considering the fact that she wants to join the political industry, and also she runs a foundation. So we're just trying to get to find out more on what projects she will be working on and what she is up to right now. So in case you want to contribute or say anything on the breakfast show, all you're doing is calling the number 0968 675273, 0968 6755273. And also we're talking about the new network provider, which is Beeline. Is it just Beeline? Yeah, okay. So now introducing our guests that we have on set right now is Madam Charity Chandalumpa. I said that correct, right?
Absolutely.
Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other this year, so I can definitely say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So now, for those that don't know who you are, who is Madam Charity Chandalumpa?
I'm a young lady from about town. Yes. Young lady from about town. A corporate personality. I have extensive experience in the banking world especially, and have some great experience in tourism, in telecom networks, as well as in marketing. And one of the things that I am also is that I'm a mother, a single mother of a daughter, and I'm also very interested in keeping fit, looking after myself, praising God. I'm an elder at church.
Oh, great.
Yes, at the United Church of Zambia, Trinity Church. So I'm many things.
Okay, so now, Sharon, you've got something?
Yes, we because we have very few minutes with you, but then we want to maximize as much as possible. We are talking about your foundation, is Charity Chandalumpa Foundation. We've seen quite a number of activities that you've done, and in Lusaka, obviously, that's where our microscope has been. Maybe you've gone beyond, but you are transitioning into the political scene, and you're aspiring for Lusaka Central Constituency. We are the view that we are supporting women, but you are contesting against a fellow woman. Why should we choose you?
So which question do I need to answer first?
The other one, we just, I was just trying to refer to who this woman is.
Okay.
Then why should we choose you? What are you bringing on the table that's different?
Okay, so let's tackle competition.
Yeah.
Competition is not gender-based. Competition is competition. And the more people that enter the competitive arena, the better. Because you allow ourselves to be presented before a mass audience so that we can present who we are and meet the aspirations of the people, and let the people decide who they want to represent them basis of how we present ourselves and what we say to them. So it's not so much that I'm competing against another woman. I'm competing for the seat of Lusaka Central. There'll be men, there'll be women. And as you've seen in other constituencies, men are competing against men. Why is that not a surprise? Why should it be a surprise when a woman competes against a woman? I think what we're talking about in terms of gender is that let us all as women be judged on merit and be judged on our competencies and capabilities and what we can bring to the table in terms of our aspirations for the people of this country. Because whatever self-interest we have, it has to be premised on the best interests of the people of Zambia.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Now, looking at you being in the corporate world, running a foundation, also getting into politics, how are you trying to balance all three at once?
It must be a lot of work.
Yes, it must be a lot of work. So how are you trying to balance all three and making sure that you give each corner the right time and also, the right attention?
I would say that all three are very well aligned. In the corporate world right now, I'm just saving out my time on most of the boards that I'm on in order to make more time for what else am we doing after I step down. And also in terms of the foundation, it's still a very young foundation. We only created it in November 2020. And the reason why I did that was that up until then, I have been doing some works at an individual level, and the impact there is not as big as I thought. And then I realized that I've got quite a good network. And when I started doing these things, more people started coming. How can we help? How can we help? And I thought, let's have a proper platform upon which we can be recognized and upon which we can attract more help and help more people. And that's why we created the Charity Chandalumpa Foundation. I named it after myself because at the point in time, we all know that charity begins at home. And it's a beautiful name, charity. It's all about love. You know, charity means love. So I thought that was great. But also because now at the stage that we were at, I decided also to see how best I can do what I'm doing in the foundation at the national level. And so it is a springboard into my aspirations indeed. And yes, I am focused mainly in Lusaka Central constituency because charity does begin at home. I have to start where I'm coming from. But I'm also not averse to helping people elsewhere. We've also done a bit of work with Mukaika, the aspiring candidate. They wanted to sink a borehole, and we made some contribution to that as well. And we've also done some other small interventions within Lusaka in terms of our empowerment at the market, for example, UTH market. The women are not necessarily living in Lusaka Central. But it is a great focus for me because I have to show what I'm capable of doing before I'm even adopted, before I can come and stand on the platform and say, choose me. My works should start speaking for myself.
Oh yeah, true. And I'm glad that you've mentioned the foundation. It being that you just started it recently, it's only been in existence for like 2 to 3 months now. What are some of the challenges that you're facing, considering the fact that women are put at a certain corner when it comes to running organizations or having a certain position? So what are some of the challenges that you get to face?
Who puts women in the corner? Nobody.
Sometimes.
It's our choice. No. You can agree to be put in a corner, or you may not. It's our choice. I think at the end of the day, I'm not trying to belittle the difficulties that we face as women, but I also want to not to focus on it and seem as if there's something really special about me. No. I think we need to make positive decisions as women to step up and step out of our comfort zones, our fears, and see what is available out there as we remain true to ourselves. So the challenges are not really at a personal level. The challenges are at the depth and breadth of the difficulties people are facing in this country, especially in the constituency in Lusaka Central. If only I had all the money in the world, you know, I would help so many people. There are so many heartbreaking circumstances out there that you wish you could do more. And I do know the constraints that are available in the country, the limited resource envelope. And so any effort we come as individuals or private sector or corporates to support the government in producing positive results through the people in what we do, I think should be highly welcomed. So the challenges are that in 56 years or so after independence, we still have homes without running water, without flushing toilets, with pit latrines. My heart broke the other week when I read a story where 2 kids were having a bath in a pit latrine area, and it just dropped in and they died. Really, in 2021, we should not be having things like that. And so, yeah, the challenges are plenty vis-a-vis the available resources to meet the needs of the people. And government is trying the best that they can. So a lot more of us need to come up and support them by bringing these services to the people, by helping the government as much as we can. There's so many hard luck stories out there. It's really heartbreaking.
Sharon?
Let's talk about your political ambition. When did you think you were to represent the people nationally? Is it 3-4 months ago, like you mentioned, or it's been in the pipeline for quite some time?
Since the beginning of 2020, everybody I came across in terms of my friends, my close circles would say, why don't you go and stand? Why don't you go and stand? And I just said, But there's a period about July, from about July, it's like every other person I bumped to kept saying, your country needs you. Why don't you go into politics? You are well suited for politics. And I'm like, how am I well suited for politics, you know? And it went on and on and on until about September, thereabouts, when I started thinking, well, what else I'll be doing when I stepped off the board of Zanaco at the end of this March. And I thought, no, let me start the foundation so I can start helping people. And then somebody came to me. I went actually to them to ask for some donations so I could light up the market at Natwange Woodlands Market. That market has been there for 10 years and never had electricity. So I thought, let me improve the livelihood of these traders here. So, and I was sat down and asked, why are you not putting yourself forward for leadership in this country? I said, I have. You know, I have. I've worked in various leadership. Yeah, and this is no. That doesn't benefit the people. I said, I realized that. And even the time I retired from Airtel, one of the things I wanted to do or to get into was to get a job that actually worked with the people on the ground. And most of the jobs that came through were not in Zambia, were elsewhere, but I wanted to serve the people in this country, because I said, let me pay back, let me do something to help my people. So I got sat down and they said, no, you just have to rethink. You have to, we're going to support you, we'll rally behind you, we'll do everything that we can. You are well suited for this. So I said, okay, let me take 3 days. I need to go and pray about it, and I want to fast. I found a prayer partner who gladly prayed with me and fasted with me. And at the end of that 3 days, Job 22:28 fell into my spirit. You know, whatever you decide, God shall shine his lights upon your path. And I said, okay, this is it. And I said, I'm in. And the rest is history.
Okay, so politics, truth be told, is male-dominated. The country is signatory to many protocols that require at least 50-50 gender representation, but we've not seen that happen. Is that one of the reasons why you were motivated to come on board? And number two, because we're running out of time, but I want to ask you as many questions as possible. Secondly, politics is mostly violent. You've been in the corporate world. You are just joining politics. Are you equal to the task in braving whatever will come your way to represent the people of Lusaka Central?
Yes, I am. Because these are not matters that you take lightly. And I'm not subscribing to the violence. I don't think that's something we should even try and champion in terms of seeking inclusion, gender inclusion. And I think as a country we should all stand up and denounce violence in politics in any form. The president was last week talking about the ethics and values of this country. And the main message there was about civility. The fact that there is divergent views, there is diversity, does not mean we should be enemies. We should welcome different views, divergent views. And when we are divergent but in agreement, we can never be beaten. We remain unbeaten. So at the end of the day, the violence there, I think, is blown out of proportions, because it does not happen within that political arena, but really at the grassroots when people are gathering voters. And that is something we should all renounce, and denounce in their highest terms. So yes, I'm equal to the challenge. God is before me. I pray mightily to him to guide me, to protect me, and also to lend my wisdom to the whole process of ensuring that even more women follow in the footsteps that our women ahead of us have already laid down for us. And we should all rise up in numbers. And we can only change something from within than being on the outside and just sending in criticism. Let's try and do the change from within.
Oh, great. Yeah, we wish you good luck. Closing remarks as we let you go.
Well, the foundation is all about empowering the youth and the women. We've seen that there's a lot of substance abuse in terms of alcohol, in terms of drugs in the youth, and that's because there are no jobs. So what some of the things that we're trying to do as the foundation is to marshal resources to enable the youth and the women especially to start their own small businesses so that they can start earning and providing for their families as well as contributing to this economy. So the vision we have for Zambia is that, as per our motto Ubuntu kubombela abantu, is that as we come together, let us support one another in any way that we can and allow our youths, if they can't get a job, to start their own businesses.
This is one of the things that almost everybody, government level, the president has been advocating for. So let's make sure that we support organizations that are trying to come up with these initiatives in helping us become better citizens to this country as we contribute to the development aspirations of Zambia. Join us shortly as we get into our last interview with someone interesting.
"2021 is finally here. Zambia is at the crossroads heading towards general elections this August. In the world where fake news, biased reporting on national issues has become the order of the day, in a world where social media in most cases spills lies and exaggerated information, insightful coverage, Zambia needs one media. Living in a country where people are slowly promoting tribalism, hatred, bitterness and revenge, political temperature is heating up and people's hearts are perplexed. Zambia needs one media. Zambia being a Christian nation living under the lordship of Jesus Christ, the nation cannot afford a compromised gospel. Zambia needs a prophetic media house. For hope, peace and unity, Zambia needs Camnet television for non-biased, factual reporting, balanced opinion, accurate news coverage. Zambia needs Camnet television for national projects and development of our beloved country Zambia. Watch Camnet TV on channel 274 DSTV, channel 98 on Go TV and channel 106 on Topstar. Remember, Camnet TV is not just another channel.
This is Camnet TV World News. For a prompt response, call +2609 53 995 099 or +2609 62 444 726 or +2609 711 77467. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
And we were just talking about it.
the idea of being caught unaware. But anyways, this is the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show, and we are getting into our last interview, like I mentioned before. Interesting, but then I just forgot his name. He's Kennedy Wembia, one of the organizers of Miss McKinney. Obviously, Precious will have more questions on this than me. So please.
Why? Because I like models.
You love entertainment.
And anyway, Mr. Wembe, welcome to the show. Good morning.
And good morning to you all.
Yes, of course. So now we're counting down to Miss McKinney 2021. Tell us more about that.
Okay, Miss McKinney is a program that we are dealing with right now, which is helping out the upcoming models. It's we believe as we're organizing the Miss McKinney, that Miss McKinney is all about supporting the inner beauty, not looking at the actual outer beauty or something. We look at the inner beauty. So each and every youth and teen who is just, it's not only in McKinney as well. Yes, it's
surrounding areas
as well. So what we are trying to promote here is just not the physique, like the body shape of the person, how they look and stuff. We look at the inner beauty so that people just bring out their inner beauty out of it.
Okay, so now how many contestants do you have for the competition?
We have about 20 right now.
You have 20?
Yes.
So those are the ones that are going to the grand finale?
They'll be going to the grand finale, but we'll be trimming down the numbers as well.
Okay, so how many people are you looking at for the grand finale?
For the grand finale, we're actually looking at the number of 5, I can say. That will be at least
we'll get the position.
Get the position, yes.
Sharon?
I've always wanted to ask, what next after these people win this page, you call them pageants? They win, what next? What happens to them? Do you go further in helping them maybe advance their career? Because in Zambia, modeling or pageants or something that are done on the low profile, we don't really see people talk about them as much. What next?
Okay, like what I say, it's about the beauty and the brains. So what we usually look into is the actual power, the actual power that the person have to impact. You see, most of the people look like they look at models like it's all just beauty and glam, but they've got brains as well. These are girls that have got brains. Some of them are even helping out in some charity works and stuff. So after the pageants, we'll be working hand in hand so that we'll just promote our youth, our fellow youths, to grow as a nation.
Okay, so when the pageant is done, the main reason for the pageant is fundraising money for
Miss McKinney Center.
Miss McKinney Center. What is involved at Miss McKinney Center?
Sorry, it's McKinney Center.
McKinney Center.
Yes, so McKinney Center, what it's all about, it's helping out the girl child. Not only the girl child, even the boy child as well. They are all affected in one way or another. So we're looking at how we're going to empower our fellow youths and our fellow girl childs, because they are most vulnerable in the community. So we look at how we can empower them in small skills. Let's say tailoring, designing, entrepreneurship. Let's say how you can start chicken rearing and stuff. So we just want to sharpen the teenage mind as they are heading into the global world. They should know how to handle each and every circumstance that comes their way.
I've seen the pictures there, women posing. Can we just do this? This is.
You've seen the women posing?
I've seen the women posing.
The models?
One of the qualifications of being a model, so I have to make one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You know?
How many categories do you have in Miss McKinney?
5, like I said.
Okay, which is?
The first, that's Miss McKinney, first princess, second princess, third, and fourth.
Oh, those are the positions.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so before we let you go, what is your closing remarks?
Your call, your appeal to
My appeal is to call in all people from all walks of life to come and help us, as we are going to raise funds for McKinney Center, which is going to help a lot of youth surrounding Lusaka, not only just McKinney. If it's in McKinney, it's not like it will be just at the same pace or something. So we're just calling all our fellow countrymen out there who've got power that can help out and reach out to their fellow youths, so that we just see how we're going to help our fellow ladies and gentlemen that are coming to.
Okay, what is the contact details that they can contact you on in case there's someone that would love to help?
You can contact us by 0975 07 1150. And I'll leave some of the details with you once we just have some well wishers who will try to partner with us, and we see how we can work with them as well.
All right. How much is involved?
You're checking about the numbers.
No, as in the total cost for holding this event.
Oh, I thought you were saying how much is the winner going to get?
No. That, no. But like how much roughly are you looking at to hold this event successfully?
To hold this, the entire event successfully, I can say maybe 30,000 or 25 somewhere.
So we're looking at venue, system, MC, food, and these other things.
I know, right?
All right, thank you so much for coming through on set. Hopefully we might also be part of the event and come and see how it will run.
Guys are welcome.
All right, and also these other things.
Already with the gestures.
Oh wow!
My seating, as you can see, has changed. My
as a judge,
changed. No. As a participant.
No.
Yeah, no.
I'm the girl child.
I think you're past that. No. Are you looking at age as well? Do you have age restriction?
No, we don't have age restriction.
Are you looking at the body size?
That's a tough competition.
We don't. No, it's not all about that. Like I said, like we're.
It's a mixture, Sharon. Oh, so she qualifies.
She qualifies as well.
Do you want me to compete with you?
Okay, but then I'm not plus size. Let me just say that.
But anyway, thank you so much for coming through. Wishing you all the best as you run the Miss McKinney competition.
Thank
and we hope that you will be part of the organizing committee.
Event.
No, come and watch and support. Yeah.
You just have to come here.
Well, to everyone that has actually come through, if you are watching us on Facebook, thank you so much. I would like to say thank you to all our guests that came through on our show. Sharon, we have to say our bye-byes.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for staying on the show with us. We had Zafford, and obviously with other interviews, the charity Chanda Lumpa Foundation, who is also aspiring member of parliament for Lusaka Central constituency. We can still continue the conversations on the other side on our socials. So don't get tired, don't be relentless. Just send us those messages and we'll read them. Obviously, we may act on one or two.
Yes, of course. So from me, Precious Mzea, Sakaleji, Sharon Kalimbla, and all our guests that came to, not forgetting Fred Munungwe and Elijah Chifita, from all of us out here. Let's have a beautiful day and thank you for watching.
Elijah always wants us to mention him. Elijah Chifita. Thank you
and Fred
for the morning.
Good morning.